Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming, and this is the Walking Dead official trailer debate and reaction photos. So by now, most of you have already seen the trailer. It is phenomenal. I had to watch this thing like 3 times. I had cold chills every single time. So I know you guys have watched the video. I'm going to do some still shots, and we're going to talk about some of those and sort of walk through and narrate. And at the end of this, please leave your reactions and comments because I'm a little bit breathless at this point, and probably like most of you, I was just refreshing over and over and over again, waiting for this to appear. So the first minute or so is basically flashback scenes, and we've done videos on this and we've talked about it. So you see a little bit of the relationship between Glenn and Maggie. You also see Aaron as well too. There's a real touching scene between Rick and Carl, so it kind of goes through the whole emotion and it gets you interacting with each person. So I know some people said you can't kill off that person because it's a minor character, but when you watch the first minute of this, you're going to see there really are no minor characters in that lineup. Each one of these things, it's moving. It's the only way I can tell you. So please leave your comments. Let me know what you think about this point. But then after about a minute, boy, does it take a dramatic turn. And you're reminded of a lot of stuff that you probably forgot through the first 6 seasons. So I know we reflected on this quite a bit with Abraham in the RV and just that moment. You know, is Abraham ready to go? Is Glenn ready to go? Rosita, you know, she's been pretty tough, and you can see some of the touching scenes as well as her. Eugene, once again, Eugene is going to make the bullets, but he gave the recipe over to Rick. So I just don't know which direction to go with this. And then is where it takes a turn for the dark side. So you end at 1 minute, a little bit after a minute, with this picture of Lucille. And then it transitions over to the kingdom. So a lot of this video, you're looking to try to see if anyone in the lineup is in there. Dwight has a much bigger part. Jesus has a much bigger part. And a lot of these scenes are just catered to show the loyalty, how the Saviors have this, this just undying loyalty for Negan. But Dwight might be on the fence starting to go the other direction. And this scene is just absolutely gruesome. So you can see there is someone's blood shining in the headlight. This is right after he beat someone or beat 2 people to death. This just kind of shook me up all over. And it transitions back. You see Dwight. And I think Dwight, you know, my prediction is Dwight's going to start to turn a little bit on Negan, and he's probably the one going the other direction. But you're also going to see Spencer, and I hope you guys noticed that. Spencer starts to question Rick's loyalty. So maybe Spencer goes over to the Saviors, and Dwight starts to transition over. Could build a bond with Daryl. I know Daryl's still got some animosity toward the Denise situation, but I think Dwight is going to go over to the other side. This particular scene right here, Negan walks by, and they just bow. It's, you know, I knew they were loyal to Negan, but I didn't know it was to that point of being a servant. And you see Dwight and Sherry right here. So I think this is where Dwight might be starting to break away. But you know what? In this whole trailer, you saw Jesus, you saw Dwight. You didn't really see anyone from the lineup in the trailer. So AMC was very, very particular in how they went about this. But this particular scene, you can see Jesus used a little bit of his martial arts. And he's also a little bit crafty as well, too. So I think he might have been stealing some supplies. But Negan says at one point there is no door number 4. So a lot of this video and a lot of the season is going to be about Negan coming to get what belongs to him. And there you can see him kind of knocking on the gate. And it looks like, you know, some lights in the background. This could be right at All Out War. Just really, really fantastic stuff here. Here was a scene with Enid. And I know this looks very similar to the scene that Enid and Carl were filming. So I'm going to say Carl is definitely still alive because we saw both of them, but they did cut it out of here. This was very interesting. You see the motorcycle slide, but you don't see who it is. I think this is Daryl back on his motorcycle. So I'm going to say Daryl is still alive as well too, and that'll dispel some of those. But other than the Enid scene with Carl and then Daryl, I don't know if we saw anybody else in there. And this was completely awesome. There it is, Shiva and also Ezekiel. And you can also see that Tara and Heath are going to have a bigger role as well too. So there's just a lot of focusing in on some of the characters that you haven't seen in the past. I want to close with this as well too because obviously the Comic-Con event is live, and these are some of the wax figures, some pictures that were taken. This is pretty awesome stuff here. So if you guys are at Comic-Con, you can take pictures with the complete lineup. So let me know if you guys are there. Let me know if there's any additional insight that you guys have. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to go back and watch this thing probably 5 more times over and over again just to see if there's any little detail or anyone that I see from the side. Also, I didn't show you the pictures. There's a couple more in there too of Melissa McBride. So Carol is still alive and well. She looks like she might be going off the deep end a little bit because there's kind of some laughter. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Carol. But they filmed at least 7 episodes so far. They may have filmed even more. This is going to be 16 episodes. My name's Killshot. Like this video and talk to y'all soon. Peace.